Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick overview of how to ship certain items economically on eBay without getting them damaged. I sell a lot of certain items like disc-only games, a lot of rare ones. This one is not rare. I do sell rare ones that you don't want to ship them the wrong way, or else if the package gets bent a certain way, you can crack it and damage it, and then you're out money, you're out shipping costs, and you don't want that to happen. But like I said, I have a few different items I ship frequently, and I'm just going to show you how I pack those, so you don't have to find a box that fits, or because that's a pain in the butt sometimes. Even though it's the safest way to ship something, it's not necessarily the easiest, and boxes can become heavy and increase shipping costs from, let's say, first class mail to priority mail if it goes over a pound. So I'm just going to show you how to ship certain items so they can be supported where they won't break, and you can still manage to ship them in a envelope to go first class as opposed to priority, which can cost you a few dollars more. More dollars in your pocket, money saved on shipping, and the seller usually just pays the set shipping costs. So that extra shipping that you save just goes in your pocket. First off, these little poly bags, really super cheap. You can get a ton of them. I just recently bought 5,000 of them for $80-something. Very cheap, very durable. Don't have to lick anything. You just peel it and seal it, and then it's good to go in the mailbox. I always put the label on first because it's kind of hard to put the label on once you already put an item in, and seal it because they are flimsy, but they are very sturdy. They don't rip open easy. So first item here is a disc-only game. Obviously, you want to have it shipped so it doesn't get scratches, so I always put it in the little sleeves so they don't get scratched up anymore. And obviously you don't want to ship them like that. No. They would probably break or crack, or you take it to the post office, another box gets thrown on top of it, it's going to damage it. So what I do is I get these from the post office. They're free, priority mail, flat rate, large boxes, and I use these flaps. They're very useful. Cut one off like so, and you can put that disc right inside and fold it over, completely concealed. You just trim off whatever extra. You want to make sure there's significant edge past the disc, so you don't want the disc sliding around in there. You just want to give it some leeway just in case it moves a tiny bit, but you don't want it peeking out of the cardboard because then it could get damaged. So you trim it, and I tape it on the three sides. That way the disc can't fall out of there. And then that makes it a lot more durable so it can't get damaged. Big box falls on top of it, it's going to be fine. If you don't trim it, it's not going to fit in the poly bag. These are little 6x9 poly bags. But after you trim it and tape it, it's going to slide right in. And then you can ship that first class mail, no problem. Cheap. You don't have to worry about finding a box that's just the right size, and then worry about filling the box around the area so it doesn't get bounced around in there. Quick and easy, cheap, save you money, makes you money. Do it that way. Another way I use the priority large flat rate box flaps for manuals. Some manuals go for quite a bit of money online. Pain in the butt to ship, because they're easily damaged. If they rattle around in a box or in a package, the edges are going to get damaged. They could get bent. They could get folded while shipping. Once again, tape the sides, it's not going anywhere. A lot of the larger manuals, like Nintendo manuals, you might need 2 flaps, and put them together, tape them all around, trim them to whatever size the manual is. And those may or may not, depending, fit in the 6x9 bags. You might have to do a larger envelope, but it'll still support it and won't get damaged in transit with the first class mail, or media mail for that matter. I normally try not to ship media mail unless it's one of the big strategy guides, which you can also use these for. Cut right here and use 2 whole flaps, and it usually covers pretty much any the large strategy guides. Some of those are more expensive and make you some money. Ship those media mail, because those will be over £1 and will cost you way too much to ship priority. I normally don't like to ship media because it's slow. Sometimes I've had media mail take up to 2 weeks to get there, and risks a potential bad feedback or an unhappy customer because it takes so long. But you also don't want to pay, $15 shipping on a $20 item, and plus your eBay fees, you're not making anything. You don't want to do that. Alright. The last type of item that I ship quite a lot of, whether it be a Super Nintendo game or original Nintendo game, Game Boy game with the box. These boxes are cardboard, they're very flimsy, and they're very expensive. Collectors want their stuff in good condition. These are very easily damaged. So here's what I do. You can ship them first class mail. Don't have to worry about any weird size box or anything. Whether it's this, a Nintendo one, a Super Nintendo, I use these. I don't use these to ship. I use these to protect. So what you do, you wrap it with a layer or so of just bubble wrap, plain small bubble wrap. You can buy a big roll at Sam's Club or Walmart. Fairly cheap, cost effective, and protects the item from getting damaged. So what would do, you would put a thin layer of bubble wrap over it, and you would place it inside the box, and it would, to where it fits snugly. And you may have to stuff a little bubble wrap on the side so it doesn't slide around, depending on the side of the box. And then after it's all packed up in there snug where it doesn't move around, you would seal it. Just peel that off, seal it up. Then you put this in an envelope, and you can ship it first class mail, which will run you, depending, around $3. If it's a heavier game with a thicker manual inside, might run you up to like $4 or so. But heck of a lot better than paying $7. And of course, always use eBay shipping service. Print the label from eBay. It's basically like Stamps.com. It'll save you money. Stamps.com actually charges you a fee. So just use it through eBay. If you take it to the post office, you can end up paying anywhere from $1 to $5 more than if you just shipped it through eBay, because they do give you a discount for shipping through the eBay application, the program. That's all I have for now. Have any questions or comments? Shoot them down below, and I'll do my best to answer them.